Hi there, my name is Jamie Clarke. I'm here at the liveoutthere.com tech shop having a tech talk with Tyler Kosaka, resident gear guru. Tyler, it's sleeping bag time. How do I pick a sleeping bag?
Well, you want to ask yourself some important questions. First of all, you want to ask, well, what am I going to use this sleeping bag for? So are you going to be backpacking with it? So weight, size, compressibility is going to be the main features. You're going to need something that's going to deal with conditions, wet conditions, dry conditions. You know, what are you going to use it for?
Okay, let's say that compactability and weight and warmth is really, really important. Would that point me toward down?
Well, down is definitely going to be, as an insulation goes, going to be very warm. It's going to be very light, and it's also going to be very, very compressible. With a little care as well, it's a little bit harder to care for, but at the same time, yeah, it's going to last you a long time.
Well, I have some down bags that I've had for 25 plus years. I know you have the same, and you're right. With the proper care, they can last a lifetime. Now, what is the benefit of synthetic in terms of, let's say I'm going to the West Coast, I might be seeing a lot of rain. Is that the path?
Absolutely. Synthetic is definitely going to be able to deal with moisture a lot better than down is, for sure. The other pluses to synthetics, for sure, is that it's going to be a lot easier care. And, well, let's be reasonable, it's more economical overall.
Right, so bang for my buck, I get a little more warmth per dollar out of a synthetic bag. What about temperature rating? It's a bit confusing. How do I pick a bag in terms of the temperature I need?
Well, you got to think about when you most often go to use your sleeping bag. So you want to pick the temperature rating on the bag that's suitable for that. Most of the bags nowadays have basically split it off into 3 rating systems now. So you're going to have the comfort zone, you're going to have the lower limit, and you're also going to have the extreme limit. The comfort zone, well, you're going to have a temperature that you can go to bed without any clothes on, essentially, and have a comfortable sleep without any question. The lower limit, on the other hand, you're going to want to wear a light, thin base layer, top and bottom, so leggings and a long sleeve shirt maybe. That's going to keep you comfortable with that outside temperature. And of course, at the last, the extreme limit, well, we don't like to talk about those situations because that's basically going to keep you alive through the night if you're lucky.
And we were talking about before about when you're thinking of a bag in terms of maybe adding a few extra degrees as a buffer. So let's say you're out for a hike, you think it could get down to freezing. I'd like to take a bag that's maybe -5 or maybe -3 rated for that trip, because I find when you're tired, you're dehydrated, you're sleeping inside of your tent, a little extra warmth makes for a little bit more comfort.
Absolutely. You got to remember that these brands rate them under ideal conditions. So as you touched on, it's going to be hydration, it's going to be whether or not you're well fed, it's going to be whether or not you're not exhausted when you go to sleep, or for that matter, are you a regular average temperature sleeper, or are you cold when you go to bed normally, or a furnace when you go to bed. If you're outside of any of those kind of categories, yeah, it's a bit safer to get a temperature rating that's going to push past what you normally see.
Gotcha. So if I'm a cold sleeper at home, I can maybe take a little cooler bag. If I'm pretty used to being chilly in my home, maybe a little warmer bag. Last question for you, in terms of just the physical size or shape of the bag.
Absolutely. So most sleeping bags on the market nowadays is going to come in 2 sizes. They're going to come in regular and long. They're going to be basically based off of weight, but a little bit of girth as well. So you want to pick the bag so that it fits your body height as best as possible. So it's going to have enough room inside the foot box and the head so that you'll have full loft on either side. At the same time, you don't want to have too much dead space in there. So if you do have a little dead space, probably a good tip is to put a little bit of clothing or a little bit of fleece in there, fill that up, and then you're able to heat that bag to the temperature very quickly. So
great, good advice, buddy. So just in review, down if you're looking for weight, compactability, synthetic if you're looking for maybe more economical price point and you're worried about traveling somewhere where there's going to be a lot of rain or moisture, temperature rating, maybe add a couple extra degrees just so you get a good snuggly sleep. What else are we talking about? Length, extra long or regular, the fit, and just the weight of it. Pound for pound, would you make a decision on which bag keeps you warmer?
I like down, but I'm as you are. I'm on the eastern side of the Rockies here. It's pretty dry.
Beautiful. So if you're thinking about a sleeping bag, those are the things to think about. Thanks, Tyler.